Adding whole numbers. Military time counts for 24 continuous hours. Additionally, military time always has 4 placeholders, and each of these placeholders will always have a number. For example, 0700 is in standard time 7 a.m. Then from 1 a.m. to 12:59 p.m., standard time and military time look very similar. When converting times in this range, simply start by working from right to left and entering the numbers into the placeholders. So let's look at an example. Convert 8:35 a.m. standard time to military time. So we'll start out with this 5 and we'll put it here as we work from right to left. We'll put the 3, the 8, and then the 0. Then we'll just put in hours. Notice how we put the 0 in to represent the 4th placeholder that we needed to have. And then this would be what military time is at 8:35 a.m. So let's look at another example. Convert 10:55 a.m. to military time. So once again, start from the right, put the 5, 5, 0, 1. And then we'll just put hours as it's military time, and that's just kind of the standard. So 10:55 hours would be considered our military time for this. And then let's look at another example. Example 3. To change military time to standard time when it's past 1 p.m. is to add 1200 to the standard time. So let's look at an example here. Olivia is recording the exact moment a new baby was born. She sees the clock on the wall reads 6:45 p.m. Since she needs to report the moment of birth in military time, Olivia first converts 6:45 into military time format. Next, Olivia needs to add 1200 to 0645 to show that the baby was born in the evening. And so, for us to add, we line up place values and work right to left. So let's go ahead and work out the math here. So we have 1200 for the first one, and then we have 0645 to represent 6:45 p.m. And we have to add the 1200 to show that's in the evening. And so we add now this together. So 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 plus 4 is 4. 2 plus 6 is 8. And 1 plus 0 is 1. So for the time that she would write, it would be 18:45 hours. And then let's look at another example. We're going to add now just two numbers together. So 816 plus 585. So like before, we're going to line up the place values. So we have the ones stacked on each other, the tens, and then the hundreds. And now we're going to add. We start on the right hand side and we work to the left. So 5 plus 6 is equal to 11. So we put the 1 right there, and we're going to have to carry the other 1 to the 10 spot to represent a whole tens is now being added to that column. So we have 1 plus 1 plus 8, which is equal to 10. Now this 10 now represents, when we have the 1 carried over, it really represents a whole 100 now that we're adding to the hundreds column. So we have 1 plus the 8 plus 5, which is equal to 14. So our answer would be 1,401. Let's look at another example. Penelope needs to record the exact time when she administered medication to her patient. She administered the medication at 1:03 p.m. What time is this in military time? So for this, we will need to add 1200 because we're dealing with PM. We also need to convert 1:03 to military time. So we would put the 3 there, the 0, the 1, and then we need the fourth place value. So we put the 0 there. Now we're going to need to add these two numbers together to get the military time of 1:03 p.m. So 0 plus 3 is 3. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 1 is 3. And 1 plus 0 is 1. So the time that she would record would be 13:03 hours.